So it's our ability to resist foreign objects. You know? So what are these foreign substances that we come in contact with? Can we resist them? And especially is important for pathogenic things. It wants to hurt us, and we stop it. Vaccines are kind of nice because they provide protection from a pathogen without you actually having to have the disease. There's multiple ways of doing vaccinations. Usually you weaken it, you kill it, you take just a piece of it. But I mean, a lot of the best ones are the weakened ones because they're still strong enough your body recognizes them, mounts an immune response. So then when they see the real version, they can go and attack it. Which is why when you get flu shots, you probably go through a little bit of a feeling of, I kind of don't feel good, I kind of feel like you have a cold, but not quite. It's because your body has a low level cold and it's trying to fight that. And it's weak enough, your body can fight it pretty easily. You get over it in a day or so. Versus if you've gotten full dose, it might take a week. Or more, depending on which one. Okay. So there's a dual nature of the immune system. You have the humoral immunity. This is our antibody mediated. So this is where you get the B cell producing the antibodies.
Is it the B cell or T cell type of immunity that is attacked by the AIDS virus?
T cells.
T.
T. Also have cell-mediated immunity. And this is carried out by the T cells.
Interferon would fit into the second.
Yeah, because it's cell-to-cell interaction. So the adaptive immunity, this involves the activation of the lymphocytes, which are a type of white blood cells, otherwise known as leukocytes. Okay, and so these lymphocytes, they're supposed to attack the specific pathogen. So we get lymphocytes in humans, they come from what? Where do we get the stem cells for all of our blood? Bone marrow. Okay, so we have B lymphocytes. Arise and mature in red marrow of adults. And then you have T lymphocytes. They begin in the bone marrow, but they mature in the thalamus. our adaptive immunity, it consists of the two basic types. You have the humoral response, which involves the descent of activated B cells and the soluble proteins that are secreted, so making our antibodies. And then T cells, they mount a cell-mediated immune response. So this doesn't involve antibodies, and this is more of a long-term ability to send in some B cells and T cells to mount adaptive immunological responses. So this is where you get that the memory for your immune response. So your B cells, they're more on the front line of the shit, there's a problem, I need to find something to fight. Your T cells are more like, okay, so there was an issue, how did we resolve that? Let's remember that for the future. Okay, so that way, that's why when you get a flu shot or something, so that way you get your immune response, your antibodies, but then also you have that memory. So that way when you see it again, your body already knows how to fight it. Okay? Is this making sense? Hmm? We have the lymphoid system. So the primary lymphoid organs are bone marrow, thalamus, and primary. Secondary are tonsils, spleen, lymph nodes. And malt.
Is the thymus generally active throughout much of your life, or is it more important when you're very young? Because I seem to remember reading that.
I'm sorry, I missed this part of your statement. Repeat?
Is the thymus generally important in the immune system throughout much of your life, or is it much more important when you're very young? Because I seem to remember reading that.
It's smaller.
I mean, it's important throughout your entire life. I don't know if it's important specifically
The
for
first few
you.
years, I may have misread this. It was years ago. I thought I was studying.
I mean, it might play a greater role in your immune system when you're young, because, well, that's when your immune system's developing. But that has, I mean, it's important throughout your life. I just don't know what extent the immune system still is greater or less.
I may be remembering it incorrectly.
Okay, so when we talk about the lymphatic system, lymphatic vessels, the flow of lymphs, this is the connective, they're conduits of tissue. So this is where everything kind of gathers and returns to your circulatory system. So there's liquid with similar composition of blood plasma, but it's one of those things where when it's in your, like if you have cancer, you hear about cancer, or someone has cancer in the lymph system, usually that's really no good, because that means it got into the processing, which is going to make it so that it goes into the circulatory system, which once it's in your circulatory system, your blood's everywhere, that means the cancer's in your whole body.
That's why they take them out.
Yeah, we have, at the major joints, armpits, where your legs, you have your major lymphoid, spots where it's kind of to filter, clean, see what's going on. Okay, your lymphoid tissue. Deal with this. pause there because we're getting to more pictures that would be pretty. We'll work on the rest of 16.